made no announcements about this going online today, so like.
Yeah, we did.
You did? Oh, okay.
So we did.
Okay. What?
Is there a speaker line?
Cool. Cool.
I'll have them wait in
Yeah,
the,
they can, no, it's okay, they can wait out front there. Well, come on in, Michelle. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you, I'm gonna get your graduation going,
Totally fine.
but I've gotta make an announcement first.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's sit around, so once he starts talking, but yes, definitely.
You're okay. I got some, I'm not gonna go loud enough. Pleasant distraction.
Are we in the frame sitting here?
Maybe, but that's okay, you guys look great.
Eh.
okay, well, it's noon, all three are live and
And action. All right. Well, we're not doing anything until you come out here.
Well, you're gonna need to take a bounce off, no.
Oh, but can I start with you right here?
No, actually, it blocks everyone, this is the good spot right
Yeah,
here.
that's okay, I'm just like, please, you can go there. Hello, everybody. I know this is going to start off by going to just our students, but I'm really hoping it goes to so many more people. So I want to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Sifu Michael Kameen, and our business is Nine Dragons Kung Fu. And before we go forward, I want to take a minute to introduce my family. So this is my beautiful wife, Tamara, and my youngest daughter, Alina. My oldest daughter is not with us here today. I want to start with that because I believe it's important that you have context to what a business is. A business is so much more than just a number or just walls and a roof. It's a family, and it's part of our family. It's what allows my family to provide food and shelter for my children. So that's a huge reason why we're making this announcement today, but it's not the only reason. So today, I'm here to tell the students of Nine Dragons Kung Fu and everybody else who will take a little bit of time to listen that our business is going to remain open. We are not going to shut down for the next 30 days like Governor Ducey has requested. And it's not for ignorance of the situation. We are completely aware of the situation. We are fortunate enough here to just be inundated with the highest quality medical professionals that you're going to find in this state, from the highest quality medical facilities that you're going to find in the country. And we run our business based on the recommendations from them. And we always have, and we're always going to, and that's not going to change. I have with me the guidance for gyms and fitness providers that the state of Arizona has put out for businesses and their requirements to reopen. And they're okay. They're an okay set. They're not what we do here, because I'm going to be honest, we've lapped this twice. We do this and so much more that it's unbelievable. Things like maintaining physical distance. If you can see the dots that are on our floors here, they're well over 6 feet. They are 7.5 to 8 feet. I'm sorry, you can move back now if you want to block. Thank you. So they're well beyond the recommendations of the state. Provide our employees and our students to wear masks whenever possible. we provide not only cloth-style masks that allow our students to wear face shield coverings, but we've gone above and beyond that to, where was my mask that I was working with? Oh, it's on Bob, excuse me. Through the recommendation of doctors that we train and medical professionals to create our own face shields that not only can be sanitized during the course of your training, but we've also gone above and beyond that to make sure that we could stylize it, that we've created entire ranking systems for our students so that they can earn their belts on their body as well as earning stripes on their masks. And this is important because not only does it allow students to understand that it's okay to wear a mask, that it can actually be something that you're proud of. It can actually be something that you can use. It's okay. We want to help everybody to kind of normalize this situation. You're not going to find anything like that inside of here. Our students and our instructors have gone well above and beyond that. It talks about the use of hand sanitizers and hand washing systems that are provided. When you walk in immediately, our entire front area is providing hand sanitizers, but well above and beyond that, we don't just provide it, we educate our students, and we educate our adults, and more importantly, we educate our youth in what we're doing. So today I'd like my daughter to demonstrate how we educate our students inside of here. So we're here not only to do, but to teach. So our students learn that their responsibility is to make sure that they're clean and sanitized so that they're safe for other people. Here you go, Miss Can you show them how you close your class with our hand sanitizers. Go.
1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir, 11 sir, 12 sir, 13 sir, 14 sir, 15 sir, 16 sir, 17 sir, 18 sir, 19 sir, 20 sir.
Very good. Excellent job, young lady. This is important because it helps build habits. Not just habits inside of here, but habits that we can take with us when we're outside of here. It talks about reducing occupancy and providing disposable disinfectant wipes, offering or considering contactless check-ins. Contactless check-ins? This is a martial arts school. We don't even shake hands. We look each other in the eyes and we bow here. We show our respect from the moment we walk into the door, and we don't have to touch anybody to do that. We work through online booking and fitness. We consider limiting gym hours. We've extended gym hours so that we can create more classes with less people, spaced out correctly, so that there's proper cleaning and sanitation time. My students joke with me that I'm getting bigger and buffer because I spend all day mopping the floor. It's incredible. My hands have been wrenched down to the bone with sanitizers and cleaners. Longer items according to the manufacturer's instructions. I'm not sure if you can see it, so I'm going to turn one camera over. Our entire system here, oops, I'm not going to turn that camera. I'm going to turn this camera. Let me take a phone call. Is set up with its own cleaning station for every piece of equipment. And every one of those stations is packed full of towels. And every towel is used once and discarded right into that laundry bin right next to it. I spend my entire week doing laundry continuously to make sure that nobody has to use the same cleaning equipment twice. And I'm not showing this to brag about what we're doing here, but I'm showing you because this is only the start. You can do so much more than this. And we've done so much more than this, including having artists create incredible comic strips to help our youth understand the situation that they're going through, and understand respect, and understand the importance of wearing a mask while they're training, and helping us to create an environment that's conducive for everybody. This is important, and the reason I'm saying this is because you don't want to close down businesses like this. You want to promote businesses like this. You don't want to lump us in with some other group, because we're not some other group. We're the leaders in your community. We're the ones that are setting the example for our students, whether they're 12, 10, 60, 70, 40, it doesn't matter. I had so much going on in my head that I wanted to say today, about it. But the most important pieces that I wanted to talk to you about today, about COVID, first and foremost, it's a horrible disease, and it's very real. And you're right, Doug Ducey, you're right for listening to your healthcare professionals. There's nothing wrong with that. Nancy Pelosi, Donald Trump, whoever's listening, you're right for listening to your healthcare professionals. It is a horrible disease, but COVID is so much more than a disease right now. It's a magnifying glass. It's showing you right now, in plain sight, what's going on in America. And what's going on right now, that it's screaming to you at the top of your lungs, is that you are a nation of high-risk individuals. And man, as a martial artist, when I hear somebody tell me I'm high risk, you know what word keeps popping up into my head? A victim. And before you start tearing me apart, I am completely aware that there are going to be genetic factors, and there's no way of telling who could possibly get really sick and who couldn't get really sick. And I am completely aware of how many ICU beds that there are in the state. I know this is important to me because I have a wife who has an autoimmune disease. And if her disease flares up, I want there to be beds available, even more so than the next man. But we don't do that this way. This disease is showing you in plain sight that heart disease, diabetes, cancer, obesity, these are the things that were there before COVID, and they're going to be there after COVID, and this is what COVID's preying upon. And you're not going to move forward by shutting people like us down, those who are dedicating their life to combating these things, to providing real self-defense, not just punching and kicking, but dealing with stress, dealing with depression, dealing with heart disease, dealing with respiratory failures, dealing with osteoporosis. Don't shut us down. You want us open. We're the people there that are going to help you. So reflect on what this disease is showing you. It's showing you that America needs businesses, establishments like this. Oh no, did we lose a camera?
You just keep going.
It needs establishments like this. It needs to wake up and see some of the real issues that are going on. The second thing I really want to highlight is that you hear a lot about our leaders talking about those that are on the front lines. And my heart weeps for our medical professionals who are dedicating all of their time and their energy and their time with their families and staying with friends. But they're not your front line. And right now you're dealing with a country with horrible race relation problems and people who are being persecuted because of the color of their skin or their gender or their sexual preference or whether or not they have a disability or their religion. You have rioters that are angry and they're screaming at the top of their lungs because nobody is hearing them. And I'm here to tell you that those cops wearing 70 pounds of riot gear, standing in front of your business, they're not on the front line. I had a student who works with a crisis counseling center. She's done it for decades. You know, these types of centers are operating at over 600% of their normal ratios. They're taking phone calls right now from people who are emotionally at their end and intellectually at their end. And they're dealing with human beings who are deciding whether or not to take their own life. And I'm here to tell you that that's not what a frontline worker is. Those people, the doctor in that spacesuit who's getting ready to put a ventilator down your throat, he's not the front line. That cop in his riot gear, he's not the front line. That counselor on the phone, they're not the front line. We are the front line. That is the last line. And you don't want to see the last line. If we're to the point that we're looking at the last line of defense, then we've failed. Governor Ducey, you're going to make this worse, shutting down businesses like us. Because we're the front lines. We're the ones who walk in, and it doesn't matter where you come from and who you are, we bow and we look at each other in the eyes. We're more than a gym. We're a wellness center. We're an environment for people to pursue and practice growth. Physical, mental, spiritual growth. And we can provide that in an environment that's overwhelmed. Well, it's as safe as you're going to get in these conditions. And we're always willing to learn. Part of the great things about being a martial artist is we are always willing to learn. You know, I have students from all different backgrounds. I have students who spend their entire life, or their life's work right now, trying to work on adaptive martial arts, so that those who don't have the physical abilities that the rest of us have an environment conducive for living. Don't shut that down. Businesses like this, I know for everybody it seems like 30 days isn't much, but 30 days for small businesses like this is life and death. The PPP is gone. Their politicians aren't helping us. They don't understand that it's our responsibility. Our health is our responsibility. Your neighbor's health is your responsibility. It's your responsibility to take care of yourself. It's your responsibility to be strong, to, avoid hopping in your car right now and shoving another quarter pounder down your throat from Mickey D's. That's not going to get you through this. You're not going to improve the situation by sitting on your couch and ordering Grubhub right now. You're not going to improve by continuing to perpetuate the same environment that put this country in this position in the first place. Help us. Help us on the front line. Help those who are on the last line. We want to help them. That's what we're here for. We don't make a lot of money doing this. Everybody can see my 18-year-old truck pull up and know that we don't make a lot of money doing this. We're not here for money. I'm not here. My family doesn't fit into a bar graph on a news conference at 3 in the afternoon on a Monday. That's not where we fit in. We're not a statistic somewhere. This is who you want to help. Help your front line. Fortify your front line. Governor Ducey, don't shut us down. Build us up. We're the flagship. We're the business that you want to look to say, that's what you want to be. And if we're not doing it right now, come show us. We're the ones humble enough to listen. So, I want all my students to know, and I am very well aware that a lot of people are going to adamantly disagree with the message that we're saying. And I want you to know that we love you. And we're still going to be here for you. And we can respect that you disagree. And we can respect that you passionately and adamantly disagree. And if you do, I hope you share this. Those that agree with us, I hope you share this. This is the conversation that needs to happen right now. Because after my business, it's gonna be your business. It's gonna be everybody who's working so hard and doing everything the right way to provide an environment for themselves, for others, for all of America to move through this. You're next. It won't just be us. So we're gonna fight. And Governor Ducey, if you don't wanna help us, if you don't wanna come down here and see what we're doing, if you don't wanna walk through our doors and see if we're capable of providing an environment that's safe for everybody, or at least as safe as anybody's gonna get, because this isn't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere for a long time. Then shame on you. But we're not a pie chart, and we're not a bar graph. We're a family. We're a family who has to provide for my children. And I'm a man who wants to stand up and provide an environment where people can come and grow and be safe. And we are striving to be a flagship for every business. Because if you can provide a safe environment in a business like this, you can provide an environment anywhere. So, if you're not going to help us, fine. Just get out of our way. We'll do it ourselves. So, I want to close today by reminding everybody that this is all our responsibility. So, I want to remind you that you are the front line. You are the front line for your health. You are the front line for your community. You don't want to see the last line. You want to support the last line. So if you're a business and you're a leader, stand up and run your business the right way. Because some of us are. And we've got children to feed. And we've got bills to pay. And you know what? We've got a country that we love. And we're going to keep doing things the right way. And we're going to stay open. And we're going to be an example for others. Because my teacher always told me, you are one of two things. You are an example, or you are a warning. So we will be the example. So I'm going to close today with my new mantra, which is, I am the front line. Alina?
I am the front line.
Adishoka?
I am the front line.
Anybody?
I am the front line.
That's good. Start fortifying your front line and stop shutting it down. I'm going to spend the rest of the weekend. My school will be closed Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for the 4th of July holiday. We live here in Arizona. You're watching out of state, so we've had a horrible season with fires. I'm sure some of you are aware of that. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a whole lot of celebrations. We're going to maintain proper social distancing. We might not even see fireworks. But I am going to spend my 4th of July teaching my children what freedom is and what responsibility is and what it means to be an American and what it means to set the example for other people. I invite everybody to spend this holiday doing the same. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you all. Amen.
I don't know how to turn this off.